I thought it was good.
Yeah, we're good.
Could be.
All right.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna wait for it to start up over here.
It's a nice headset, by the way.
His or mine?
Yeah, yours.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
This fucking thing. I hate that I can't hear. I mean, it's hard enough only being able to hear out of one ear, let alone now I can't hear out of anything. So Griff's over there beating on the wall. I'm like, what?
Yeah, when I'm trying to talk to him, he can't hear me.
It's like, is someone trying to talk to me?
So, and this is a negative how? On his side?
Because I always have one ear away so that I can hear everything going on. This way I can't. All right, we're live. I'm going to go ahead and do the
intro?
Yeah. Hi guys, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Elite Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
And I'm Baka.
Yay, we're all here today. Mostly.
Mostly.
I was here once.
We're in bits and
I don't
pieces
count myself
today.
ever as being totally there. I mean, I think that's an unfair, thing, considering that I'm usually so scattered and off in the clouds somewhere.
Someone's got to put together the Griff puzzle.
Good luck.
Clouds.
I'm pretty sure that not all of those pieces actually even go together.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Is where you start shaving them, making them fit. It's like, fuck it.
Or just take a hammer and go, bah, bah, bah.
Shave
Yeah.
them to make them fit. He used to use that term. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, how's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. I have a giant glass of bourbon and Coke.
Nice. I have mine separately. It's not bourbon, it's rum and cherry Coke.
It's close, but
You're
whatever.
two-fisting it that way.
I am. Only one's non-alcoholic.
Like
I need to
chug,
be
chug,
somewhat
chug,
okay.
chug, 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 chug.
Chug one, chug
I guess
the
the other one has the straw, so it'd be sip, 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 sip.
Chug, 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 sip, sip.
Yes, exactly.
But you're
They will
chugging the
just mix
alcohol,
in my
right?
belly.
Right? Chugging the alcohol.
I mean, I could put the straw in the other one too, but I'd rather just drink out of the cup. I
Ollie,
guess.
we just started. Ollie panicked. We just started.
We just
Right.
Don't panic, Ollie.
Good.
We're here for you. Calm down.
Has it already started? No!
We don't want to miss a second of this ever.
Nope. No, never.
Just kidding. I love you guys. I'm in like this weird giggly mood. I don't know. Sorry.
Giggle Griff. We got Giggle Griff today.
Luckily, everybody seems to enjoy that mood. So
Ain't no
maybe
Griff like a Giggle
bad
Griff,
thing.
because a Giggle Griff don't stop.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh my God, what has everybody been playing?
All
Oh
right.
look, Ollie got it.
Here,
Ollie got your.
Yeah, hell yeah, there we go. But I have been playing this week. It's a big topic everywhere, but I've been playing League a lot because Worlds are going on and it's coming up on the end of the season, so it's League time for me. But also, unfortunately, North America is out of the World Championships. NA
Oh, that's
is
so
no longer
sad.
represented.
They had a really strong week the first week, didn't they?
Yeah, the first week of games, NA did really well. And then the second week, they went 0-9 in all of their games.
Yeah. I mean, we had hope. We had C9, CLG, and TSM all in Worlds, and things happened. And they did, like I said, they did really well. We talked about the Darius pentakill from C9 last week on the show, I think. And then this week, they were like, how do we play this game again? Whatever.
I think they went 6-3 in the first week for all of their games, and then the next week they go 0-9. It's like, oh my god, you guys did so well. What happened? It's like we're so confident. The Koreans actually powered up. They,
That's what
they
it
came
was.
out on the stage with their Super Saiyan hair and just were like, whack.
Yeah. And
everybody
it
just
was
fell
like,
over.
oh no. Oh.
Yeah,
And like
it was-
cartwheeled away into in the sky.
It
That's
was
what happens.
so unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's usual. North America sucks.
Oh, NA.
NA.
That's okay. But I mean, you already have a feeling you know who the final two are going to be, don't you, Chicken?
Well, I know SK is going to be in there. They have the God on their team, which is unfair, but But what can you do?
They have the God.
Yeah,
well,
seriously.
They do.
Motherfucker is a
they're-
legend in the League of Legends world. Literally.
Like
He's
if
a
you,
legend
you
in the League of
watch some
Legends.
of it, yeah. Like some of the shit that
He
dude
puts the
does.
legend in League of Legends.
There you go. I'd be willing to sell him that phrase, and he would use it. Is the most literal way to say it too.
I started playing Ark with you this week. You did a little bit of Ark early in the
Oh
week.
yeah, I did that on Monday. We were
Yeah.
supposed to have Baka there too, but unfortunately,
Power issues.
Yeah. And when he did get
One of
to...
the main things that come into the house into the power box is completely like screwed over.
that sucks
So,
a lot.
yep. So we're running on one leg at the moment.
But soon you'll be back, right? So you can help me because I recall asking you how to start a fire.
Yeah,
That's how mad I am at the game thus far.
I remember you sending me a message going, "I'm lost." So I walk in there and I turn around and the house is right there. Like, I'm not joking.
Okay,
I
to be
walked in
fair-
there, I turned her around, and the house is right there on the hill. I'm like, it's
So
right there.
as soon as possible, we need to make Griff a GPS unit and teach her how to use it.
no, we
Okay.
need to buy a really long rope and tie it to the house so that when she walks away, she can always follow it back.
A yarn, a string, and
Can it be
Oh,
like
oh, you
much
gotta-
no,
more-
because if you do that, you have issues of where the monkeys might go and like tie it to something else, and then we're screwed.
No. It's real simple. What it is because we're pretty sure that Red needs one of those backpacks that has a little leash attached to it anyway.
Yes.
So you give her that end of it, and since he knows his way home, that way she can make sure that he's okay and make sure that he doesn't destroy anything, and she can still find her way home.
Yeah, I could see that happening. He goes to get on the bird because he completely fucking forgets he has it, and he takes off, and Griffin's just like, "Oh God!" flying through the jungle, hitting every tree. Yeah, I can see that going very well.
Squirrel!
Yeah.
Well, at least
Fair,
she can
though.
have the feature
Antelope.
like grab him with his claws and.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Chicken
true.
tried to pick me up like the day I spawned in. He tried to pick me up with the bird. And he was just like smashing the bird into my character. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to pick you up."
It's
I swear.
right click, by the way. It's right click, don't left click. Left click is for attacking. Right click is to pick him up.
I'm pretty sure that he figured that out sooner than he actually picked me up. He was just enjoying slamming the bird into my face.
Birds need to eat too.
Not me though. Come on now. And
Griff
every
me,
time I've
bye.
died,
Oh,
it's
Grim,
been at
such a
night.
tasty treat.
You know, I've died a couple of times, and it's always at night. And I'm like, I can't find my body.
Yeah, that happens.
At least Chicken gave me a torch so I can see something outside. I was like trying to feel around the walls of the house to figure out where I was going. That wasn't going well.
Oh yeah, it sucks really bad when you don't have your torch on you and you wake up in the middle of a pitch black house and you're like, "Help! Someone help!" You just run into a wall and then you just kind of like
Slide till you
yeah.
find the door.
You hope you find a door, or you're like
Feel like
stuck
real life.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
You're like sliding
Uh.
along until you see the command prompt for push E to open. You're like, "Oh, thank God, the door."
Yeah, until you end up in the back room and then you're stuck in a back corner going,
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank God, it's the door. Internal room. Damn it.
You're like, "Oh, I thought this would go to the outside. I swear this is an outside wall. God damn it."
I think I'm just
We need
gonna,
to
like, put up
start,
a bunch of
um,
doors.
We need to start making adjustments on the house chicken so that way we can fit in like the power generator and the cooking grill because all those require 2 stories and we don't really have much room for any of that.
Okay, then we're gonna have to start laying down foundations to create it a bigger outside then, so that we can have the house and then our bigger materials outside.
That'll work.
Something.
Plans,
Planning.
we need them.
Yeah,
Planning on
exactly.
the show. Everybody knows now. So-
Everybody who's watched us play Ark, you guys have seen our compound develop over the months.
You know,
I updated the Arc Journal. I'm not as funny as Baka and Red, but I tried.
I haven't got a chance to update since I haven't been able to really play it.
You've got to play it.
Oak, what have you been playing?
Well, of course, I've been playing Mad Max, which is a grind fest. Yes, I love grinding.
Still? Are you
Yeah.
grinding while you're not on stream?
I've grinded a little bit, but it's still a grind fest, and people are a lot more entertaining. So they can actually make fucking comments and stuff in the screen. So there's still gonna be a little bit of grinding and stuff on the screen, but for the most part, yes, I'm trying to. But then what happened was, is Friday this thing called Uncharted collection came out, the Nathan Drake collection. It is very fucking pretty. And on like Monday, I went in, or Monday, on Friday night, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to load it in, which of course, it only takes like 4 seconds for the PS4 to download it. Why it takes so long for an Xbox One to download their games, I don't know.
Oh man, I wish they'd fix that.
But then it took like an hour after that because there was an update for the game.
Oh,
I was so
Of
mad.
course.
I hate
I was
that.
so mad.
Hate that.
And I was like, okay, fine. So I got done updating, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna look and see how awesome, it looks. So I went into the first one, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. They updated this. This looks fantastic. Blah blah blah. Go to the second one. Oh, this looks great. This is fantastic. Got to the third one. This looks great. 4 hours later, awesome. This game is still fantastic. I'm loving this. Oh shit! What time is this again? So like at so like at 4 a.m. Saturday morning, I get to bed, and
Nice.
and then I played for like 2 hours, I think, yesterday, and I love those games. And like three is, I guess I started kind of like I did with Star Wars. I actually started with Return of the Jedi for Star Wars, and Uncharted 3 is the first one of the series that I played. And so that's the one I go to because I just love the storyline and everything that goes along with it, and the whole uh like the John D. Alchemist guy and stuff like that. That whole part of it is stuff that I really enjoy, and it looks fantastic. It's still fun to play. It's not. You can tell by playing it. It is not a Far Cry. It's not going to be Far Cry 4. Like the quality of the video is not there, but it is really neat to see such stuff in 1080p, 60 frames per second, playing the game and it being very smooth, and the way it's done is great. And I'm looking forward to going back and playing through all of them. And it's all on one fucking disc, which
Oh
makes it
my
even
God,
better.
no way.
Which makes it even better. You put it all on one disc, and it's just like you go through and play. It's great, but I'm enjoying it. But that's what I've been
Nice.
doing.
I started Rogue last night, by the way. Assassin's Creed Rogue.
How'd
Let
that
me
go?
tell you how this went, okay? So we all
Oh,
know
let me hear.
that
Let me hear your Irish
Ubisoft-
accent. Come on, let me hear the Irish accent.
No, the Irish accent is awful, by the way. It's nasty. But
It's nasty. It ain't bad. It's nasty. Like,
okay, so it starts off like a lot of the other Assassin's Creed games. You get in you immediately load into your Animus character, whoever your old school character is. So Shay in this case, it gives you basically a running tutorial about run and catch up with this guy that you're following, which is your buddy, and I don't even remember his name. Sorry, guy. But I caught up with him. You learn how to do synchronizing viewpoints. Actually, you're not supposed to learn that. I saw a viewpoint and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and get that because I don't feel like coming back for it later. Yay! Yeah, old school. So I went and did that, and then it pulls you out of the Animus into the real world, and you get your few minutes of that. Which, by the way, everybody here is a dick to you. Like the first assassin guy that you deal with in the Animus is a dick to you, and then you get out of the Animus and you're dealing with an Abstergo employee who's being a dick to you. So it's like this whole
So it's
thing is about you being treated like shit at this point.
So it's a game of dicks, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I mean, like,
This
the
is a
lady
game
of-
of dicks.
yeah.
And it's allowed to be streamed on Twitch. It's amazing.
but you can't do rinse and repeat. I don't know. I mean, come on.
rinse and repeat isn't that bad. Come on now.
They're fine with dicks, but not okay with nips.
Yes.
Dick's nips.
Yes. Anyway, the person outside of the Animus tells you a dick and, is mean to you and tells you to get back in the Animus so that you can continue working on whatever you brought, like a virus into Abstergo with this Animus memory. So you have to get back in and figure out why. Okay, that makes sense. So you get back in the Animus and you're getting your tutorial, like your legit tutorial about how to assassinate from above and how to kill people out of haystacks and shit like that. And so they have these target dummies for you to deal with the learning this stuff. And so I killed the target dummy before I got into the haystack, which I guess was what happened, was the problem. Because once I got into the haystack, I couldn't get out. I could just sit there and whistle. It's like, what happened? So like for 10 minutes, seriously, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the haystack or whether or not the dummy is going to respawn because there's no enemies around walking, so I can't like try to get their attention. And even if I could, my whistle only goes like this far. So I'm just like pretty much the size of the haystack. I'm like,
Very quiet whistle.
I got so mad. Like I was like, fuck this. I just turned it off. I was so mad because I was stuck in the tutorial. There's a glitch in the tutorial. You didn't even get like halfway through the game where you gave up as developers because you had other shit to work on and you figured people wouldn't make it that far. No, it's not even. I haven't even gotten to a real mission yet. I am stuck in the tutorial.
Rift's epic failure. She got stuck in a tutorial.
It was not mine. It's an Ubi glitch. Fuck that.
Nah, the hay just didn't like you. It's like, you ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna get stuck in this hay bale for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
Maybe
much.
the hay did like her, right? Just
Yeah.
hugging on, right?
It's like
You're
quicksand.
not going anywhere, Griff. You're my favorite. You can't go anywhere. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Overly attached haystack. That's what that is.
I want a shirt now that says that. So people go, what the fuck does that mean?
It has a haystack and like an assassin like pull it, like reaching. No.
Yeah, just a hand coming out of.
Overly. It's got to have like a little waifu face on it too.
Or you can kind of make it look like Muck from Pokemon, except all hay and just hugging on and clinging on to the
Somebody needs to
assassin.
draw this. I wish I had artistic ability enough to draw things. Somebody
I
get
know.
on that.
I
Where's
know.
Wolf when
Artistic
we need
ability,
him?
just not to draw things.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I would wear that as a shirt.
Overly attached haystack.
Hell yeah.
That's like the third in line to be made for t-shirts for Infinite Respawn.
Mm-hmm. Overly attached. Hey.
The overly attached.
God damn it.
Well, we got a title for the episode now.
Overly attached haystack. Never letting you go. Never gonna give you up.
Oh my god, and Rick rolls us.
Never gonna let you
we
down.
got
Never gonna
Awesome.
desert you.
Nope. It will follow you forever.
that should be on the back of the shirt, right on the front. You get and then you rickroll the person on the back.
Oh my god.
Wow, get out. Oh my god.
Does that mean the haystack like creepily follows you around all over the place and it's like, look, you can jump on me, I promise it won't cling this time?
Best, easiest cosplay ever.
But it looked like Cousin It. I mean, it's just
Put a little hat on it and go.
as it follows you around. Jump in me.
Actually, that's how you keep that a versatile costume for cosplay. Day 1, you go without the hat and your overly attached haystack. Day 2, you wear the hat and your cousin It. See, it's 2 separate costumes. Bam! I just saved everybody some money.
what is? I'm reading the chat. What is Destiny's Halloween? What is this?
I don't know. I
don't
think
know,
have,
are they
like, a
doing Halloween
event,
stuff?
a
I don't know.
Halloween event or something.
I don't know. I feel like are characters like orange and black for the Halloween colors? I
I
mean,
have no idea.
Well, if it
Whatever.
was like WoW, they added an extra raid boss. Or well, it's not usually a raid boss. It's usually a dungeon boss, but
Yeah.
can we get like
something special for
That-
the holiday.
Jack
That
from
reminds me.
That reminds
We got to do the. We got to start doing the Halloween thing. I've got to get the fucking horse.
You got to do
Oh.
it yourself. Our accounts are not up.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find it pretty easily. Plus, it's
Yeah, you just
Based
queue up.
on
It's gonna
you,
take you like
then-
30 seconds.
the group getting it. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
get
you
your
don't roll
present
for it
every day.
anymore. It comes out of the bag, remember, for World of Warcraft stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just do it every day. You get it eventually.
So are we doing a Halloween show? Have we talked
we-
about this?
It's
We haven't.
Saturday.
Is Halloween on a Saturday? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Halloween's on a Saturday. Our podcast is on a Monday.
On a Sunday, you mean?
Sunday.
Our podcast is on a Monday.
Well,
Let's just quit our jobs. Why not?
I will be busy extremely early Saturday morning for the record. So I got
Oh, is that
World Championships.
Yeah. That's
Korea
gonna be-
versus Korea. You know.
Well, I mean, last time we did like 12 hours, all right?
Yeah, something like that of scary
like,
games.
well,
I don't have any
yep.
scary things to stream.
Me neither.
I'll have to find something.
Ooh.
Well, you
Okay,
could
so
get
it's-
scary games, but you won't play them.
Somebody.
I will not play Five Nights at Freddy's. Screw
fine.
you guys.
Fine. We'll get Griff to play Soma all day.
Now I will play Soma.
She will
I'll
play
be
Soma.
Ooh,
scared, but I'm
Soma,
actually
so
really
good.
interested.
Yeah, it's got nothing but good praise. So I would highly recommend Griff playing Soma.
Now, have you played it? You haven't played it yet.
I have not played it yet. It's all over Twitch and it's all positive feedback on the store. So
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And
Yeah.
which I mean, they did. They had pretty positive feedback on their Amnesia series too. So
absolutely,
I'd do it. Why
it's
not?
scary. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one for that underwater feel because you got that enclosed feeling where you can't escape, and if you do, you drown. So
Whatever happened to that one game where it's like one person plays like the monster, and then like everyone else has to go through and survive?
They had a
oh,
couple like that. You're talking about probably Damned.
yes,
I think
Damned.
it's the one that you were talking about, but they did
think
another one
so.
recently where, and I cannot remember what it's called, but the person that's a monster is this little like ventriloquist dummy kind of doll and stalks the
Oh!
other people. Yeah.
yeah.
I watched Achievement Hunter play it, and that looks legitimately like, no thank you. Dummies creep me out. Can't do it.
We need to do that. Can we make that happen?
What, Soma?
Well, we can-
Or
Like in real life, we'll just have.
oh
like,
no,
If
no.
if we had an extra person, or maybe we could even get Red, we could do a multiplayer Halloween night game, like Damned or something else. Watching,
but I
try
don't-
to scare everybody.
I imagine Red will probably be working. That is a big bar night, so
I don't know.
Oh.
I think he may get that off because of the championship.
Seriously?
so you want him to get up at 5 a.m. to watch the championship and then stream late night scary games.
Well, I'll be streaming. Hell yeah, it's perfect. He's gonna be tired and he's gonna be scared. Come on, what else more do you want?
I have to figure out what it is I want to play. I did find a costume, but unfortunately, it won't be here in time if I ordered it now. Like if I ordered it today, it still wouldn't be here in time.
Yeah, I don't have a costume. Sorry.
And mine was I found there's a website called cosplaysky.com, and they actually have the Joker's Arkham
Ooh.
outfit that's done, and I really want it bad. But the only problem is trying to find green hair to fit on this.
You just get a wig.
Yeah, but the problem is like his hair doesn't look like everybody's like all the wigs. If you say Joker hair, it looks like freaking Heath Ledger. You know, the long hair, whatever. I don't want that. I want the real Joker. I want the spiky look. You know, that thing that's on there. So I don't know. They also have the when you type in the Joker hair or whatever, the Jared Leto one pops up too.
Ugh.
It's like that movie's not even out yet. Thanks. So, which is just slick back, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm thinking, I wonder if it's like permanently slick back, or if I could style it to look the right. But the problem is it cuts off right here, where the Joker in
He has a very
in Arkham,
defined
he
widow's
he's got a widow's peak right there. So I'm just kind of like, all right, fine. But I really want it back. It looks really, 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 really good.
Nice.
So, but yeah.
Well, you guys want to talk about some of the news stuff?
What new stuff? No
What do you
new
mean, what
stuff.
news stuff?
New stuff
How
is
about
happening.
how about
We
Far
have
Cry
news?
Primal being announced this week?
I need to
After,
see
like,
more of that.
12 hours of it slowly like zooming out on a cave wall painting. What was Ubisoft thinking?
Oh my god. Building up hype, but the hype burned out after like 30 minutes. They're like, yeah. 30 minutes later, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Sitting here watching this like slowly pan
Well, I
out.
mean,
Fuck
I
that.
think it could have been kind of neat, but you kind of figured out that it was going to be some sort of caveman something after about 2 hours, and then of course IG and Turkey went ahead and tweeted that it was going to be Far Cry Primal, and everybody's like, oh, Far Cry Primal, let's get excited about that. Come on, Ubi, tell us about it. And Ubi's like, we've still got like 10 hours of the stream left, so no.
They should
Well-
have added in like flickers to the stream to kind of show the gameplay or something in the game, rather than just 60 fucking hours of rock painting.
60 hours.
Of a fucking rock
It was like
painting.
12.
Oh, so much better.
But yes, Far Cry Primal, regardless of how they announced it,
Yeah.
how do you feel about it? You're going to be essentially a caveman back in the
I'm
day.
excited. I'm excited about it. It you know what's funny though is they're announcing this, and I don't remember who announced the other game at E3, the one where you were like fighting the robot.
The one at
dinosaurs?
Sony's
Yeah,
Zero Horizon something or another. Dawn
yeah,
Horizon Zero or something.
yeah.
Some
That one.
combination of those three.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like, all right, that's kind of cool. So I can get either a modern caveman or actual prehistoric caveman. Which way do I want to go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. I like the older weapons. It's kind of like when I used to play Metal Gear or not Metal Gear, Medal of Honor, and Call of Duty when they were the World War II stuff. I like the older weapons, so it's even cooler to me to go back and actually use the stealth and be able to hunt and do things like that too. It would get fucking old if every game came out like that.
Yeah,
But
but
it's kinda
having
neat.
one or two.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. And I mean, y'all are playing like Ark and stuff now, where you're having to do that, right? Or you're
Right.
not? Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna
Eventually,
be a
you can
bit
make
like
guns
Ark.
though.
Yeah, I need to see more about how they're gonna approach it. Concept wise, I think it's pretty neat
Well,
for
I mean,
sure. It's gonna
you're
be
basically
interesting.
a cave dude. They've announced kind of the premise of it. You're a cave guy. You're gonna have to fight for not only your own survival but the survival of your tribe, because there will be warring tribes and of course animals that you need to kind of ward off. And I think that you are somewhat nomadic as well, so you'll be traveling a bit. From one thing that I read, it was somebody in the comments talking, saying that they had spoken to some of the Ubisoft people and had kind of an inside track. They said that they're getting rid of the like activating viewpoints in this one because you wouldn't be able to do stuff like that. So I don't know, because we all know Ubisoft loves their freaking climb this tower, climb this whatever, synchronize this viewpoint. We know they love it, but if they got rid of it, I mean, I kind of wonder whether or not they're going to let you unlock a map, or if it's going to be one of those things where you end up with like a hand-sketched map that your character theoretically sketches out as you go.
I kind of like that idea, the second one. The one where you actually explore the map and do what you need to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would think it would be maybe something you see on like a cave wall. Like you find a cave in a particular area. You walk in and somebody's drawn the local area.
Yeah.
And, you might have to kill, 20 baddies in order to be able to get in there and be able to see the wall. But once you see the wall, then that unlocks the area that you're in to where you can actually see the stuff that's in there.
Yeah, I could see doing that too. I mean, it's kind of the same idea as synchronizing, only there's more of a combat element to it instead of walk right up this tower,
Well, they had puzzle elements to it. But I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
unlocking the Fog of War is good for kind of the nomadic theme. And I hope that they, I like their kind of tower thing, but I think for a game like this, the exploring the Fog of War would be neat because your tribe moves through it. It can only see what it's explored so far. So everything off the sides, you can't see, and you'll have to backtrack if you want to go back through what you've already discovered, or you'll have to kind of explore into the Fog of War for food and supplies and things like that. You can't just, find a tower or find a painting and have the whole area unlocked. You got to do it personally.
But at the same time, that's going to waste
Caveman
letters.
Facebook. I'm dying.
Oh my god.
You get to the cave with all the other writings on it, and you're like, came here today, had banana pudding, would make a picture, but Instagram broken.
You gotta do it more caveman. Ooh, banana pudding. Good. Hashtag like.
Like,
That's how you gotta. That's how cavemen would do it.
yes.
Threw poop at friend. So fun.
Oh my
Look
god.
on his face. Priceless.
Hashtag priceless.
Yep, that's what I
Oh
was
my
gonna.
God.
Hashtag priceless.
I feel like
Well,
you're an errorist.
yeah.
I feel like, you're just hating on different eras. That's all I'm saying.
And I kind of wonder too, they haven't said anything about how they're doing it, but in the preview for it, like the trailer that they had for it, they don't speak English, so I'm wondering if it's going to be subtitles. I think we may go with English anyway, though, because the lead actor, the main character, is going to be Elias Tufexis, Adam Jensen. So I'm pretty excited about that too, but people are kind of worrying about that in comments about whether or not it should be in English because, oh my god, they didn't speak English back then. But at the same time, we don't know what they did speak, so we're speculating anyway. So would you guys prefer subtitles or like random grunts and English interspersed?
If they went above and beyond and created their own language, like holy shit, and then just kind of added subtitles, that's kind of like going above and beyond what is asked for in a game. Would be really fucking neat if they were able to kind of create their own language and then added subtitles, because I watch a lot of Japanese shows, so I'm used to subtitles. It doesn't bother me. I can read. Hell, I turn on subtitles for most of my fucking games too.
You can read.
So it doesn't
Lies.
change much.
Lies.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind subtitles. They didn't bother me, or they won't bother me.
Yeah, I could see that going either way. I'd be fine with either way. And I'm interested to see how the combat goes. Like, Far Cry, you're used to this kind of large arsenal of guns that you can pick and choose from, always have a grenade launcher, but you're going to have, like, a bow as your only ranged weapon, and then you've got your spear.
The spears you could throw too, so they're
Yep,
ranged
once you
weapons
throw
too.
it, you're unarmed.
That's why you gotta do what you do in Ark.
You're not
you gotta
unarmed,
have like
you still have arms.
you gotta like have a
Like a
bundle
rock.
of spears you carry around in one arm and just like chuck
A
them.
quiver of spears.
There you go.
A quiver of spears. You walk around and go. You're just like, fuck you, Robin Hood. Look at the shit I got.
You're right, you got, like, this big bundle, like you're fucking Rambo walking around with it and, like, chucking them as you go. Oh my god.
Or you just
Why
see
are my
people run
arms so
around.
large? Like, this whole body is small, and he's got these huge arms because he's got to take these spears out and throw them.
You haven't seen much of Ark.
And it's only
then.
one arm. The other one looks like fucking skinny shit.
No, he's gotta have a big arm. He's carrying around the big bundle of spears.
Oh, that's right.
He's gonna like walk around all buff and whatnot, with a little body.
So basically, we have the equivalent of in Left 4 Dead the tank, but spear chunking.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
He
god.
evolved millions of years later to chunk cars.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh.
Are you good? Are you
Yeah.
good? Just
Yeah.
making sure you're fine.
Back to arms and hands, right, Ivy? We were having a conversation about how attractive arms and hands are the other day in
Really?
Twitch chat. You know, it's
Yeah.
important that people have them. So
Yeah, it is kind of attractive. I mean, if you're walking around like this all the time.
if you have lost your arms or hands, though, that does not make you less attractive. It just means that you have a way cooler scar story.
So it might make you more attractive? Is that what you're saying? So your theory is completely debunked. Boom, dead.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. How
Totally
much time is
necessarily.
left? Probably like an hour.
Actually, about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
We're already
Yeah.
at a half an hour. I'm burning this. We're talking.
Yeah, we
dude.
usually do for like an hour and a half.
No, we don't. We haven't
We
done
usually
it
do
now.
for like an hour and 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I'm just making stuff up. It's
Yeah.
whatever Chicken said. Sure.
Well, we normally always stop at like between an hour and 15. We haven't gone to an hour and a half in a very long time.
Oh. Well, okay, fine then. Doesn't matter. I'm just kidding, you
It
guys.
doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll just keep talking. Talk, blah, 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 this and that.
Okay, what about this? We were talking about it before the show, and it kind of got a little heated, so let's go ahead and bring it up in the show.
Can I make another drink before we start this conversation?
No, you don't get to leave.
Fuck it. I'm just going to drink from the bottle.
See, you can pull a me. It's not a bad thing. Come on.
Oh,
Mine's just higher end.
Everybody froze for me. Uh-oh.
you just froze for me.
Me too.
Yep.
Griff only froze for me.
Well, she froze on mine.
That
fine.
face she's making.
It's great. Please tell me. Yep, there it is. There it is. It finally made it to the chat. She's all froze. Look at that.
Can you still hear us, Griff? No, she can't.
No.
All right, I'm going.
Can we talk about her now?
No, we can't talk about her.
Oh.
Wait, we can still hear her.
Yeah, we can hear-
Turn off your camera and turn it back on. Sorry, guys. For you guys listening, we're having a
Technical
bit of
issues.
technical issues over here. Hold on.
Oh, I love it.
Alright. Oh, shit.
Her eyes are half closed, though.
Yeah. It knew to fucking drop the whole thing as soon as we were about to get out of this conversation.
It's because Skype has already heard it once.
Yeah, it's like, can I get a re-invite to the call? Absolutely.
No.
Oh, I can't invite you. Oh,
Why can't you invite her?
Oh shit! It's gonna throw everything off. Don't mind this for you guys watching. We're having a bit of technical issues. I'm gonna have to. Oh shit! No, that.
Your readjustment. You got to readjust. Add to call.
Shit! I can't.
You have buttons over the top of your face. What is going on?
I told you.
Oh, the humanity!
You're messing me up. You're messing me up.
Dang you, woman! Hey, I'm way over there.
There.
Hold on.
I don't know what
There.
happened.
We're good. We're good. Everyone's back in their normal places.
I'm in Griff's spot for a second. There we go.
Everybody started like flying all over the place.
Yay, I destroyed everything and apparently got frozen a very funny face.
It's
So-
okay. I'm sure we'll all have our turn. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, how you got?"
Yeah, no.
All right, conversation. Go, Griff.
Sorry. Oh my god. I was like, why am I hearing things? Because it reloaded my Twitch too. And so it's playing. And I'm like, why am I talking? Wait a minute, I'm not. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good.
How much
Good.
How much rum have I had to drink?
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know.
It's not even that much. Granted, I haven't drank in like a week and a half, so
Lightweight.
yeah, I may have lost some of my tolerance. Anyway, we were gonna talk about microtransactions. Everybody's favorite. So
Yay.
Destiny announced microtransactions this week. Rise of the Tomb Raider announced transactions this week. Halo 5 talked about how you could pay for microtransactions and how much they were going to be. Which with the Halo 5 one, I didn't include that for you guys, and I'm sorry, I should have, I guess. But with that one, theoretically, you can earn the credits instead of having to pay money. It would be every other game you would earn enough to buy a rec pack, or you could pay $3 and buy like 4 rec packs. So there's that.
So it's like
Microtransactions.
Hearthstone, where I can earn gold or I could pay for packs.
Yeah, but the thing is those packs will be things that you can apply in a multiplayer setting in the war zones. So that's kind of a downside. I don't like things that you can purchase for real money and have
then
an
put into
advantage
the game. Yeah.
in multiplayer situations. The transactions in Destiny are just dances. It's going to be there. I don't know if they're testing the water out with this, because right now it's just 18 dances that are emotes. They don't have anything to do with actual gameplay aside from how you dance. And then
Don't
you
be
can.
dissing my dancing.
I'm sure they'll add more if their store works out pretty well.
Well, I'm wondering if they'll add more of that, or if they'll eventually start adding things like you could buy this gun with real money.
Or you can
You
buy
know?
these outfits with real money. You buy these colors with your real money.
Well, my theory was the next thing up would probably be house banners, which doesn't actually give you any bonuses, but it does help you build rep with certain houses. So if you don't have their banner, you could just buy it.
Maybe.
So I don't know if they would try to like lead into things like that. But on Tomb Raider, it's all going to be, because Tomb Raider's single player, there's no multiplayer facet of that. It's all going to be like campaign modifiers. So you can either earn the credits through playing the campaign, or you can purchase a bunch of credits and then buy the modifier packs that way. So it'll like give you extra difficulties or things like big head mode and all that stuff. So I think with that one, I'm probably the most okay with it, because it's stuff that doesn't affect anybody else. It's just you.
I have on the total opposite side. Is I'm okay with things like you're it's an online game and you pay stuff to kind of play with other people and show off your stuff. Single player games, I do not feel like it has a place. You're just cheapening the adventure of it. Like you could go in, spend $100, beat the game in like 3 hours, and have nothing to show for it.
So,
Yeah, with
so
the Tomb
you're
Raider
okay
one,
with,
what?
so you're okay, Chicken, if you play a game and you go in into a multiplayer, and somebody is able to purchase an item that is going to give them advantage in a multiplayer setting.
That goes back to the Halo 5. I do not like how they can buy stuff and put it into the game. I do not like pay to win. I've said that before. Pay to win is the worst kind of microtransaction there is. And in
I would
a
agree.
sense, with a single player game, it technically has a pay to win kind of aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a single player, it's not as bad as an online game, but still, I don't feel like single player games should have that option, because it's just cheapening the experience.
And I'll let everybody else into my argument for that as well. Baka and Chicken and I have played games long enough to know that we used to have cheat codes that popped up a lot, especially on PC games. You'd go in and you'd be able to put the
Cheaters.
cheat codes. Well, but it was something that the programmers put in there in order for them to go through and test the game, essentially. And so we were doing the same thing by going in and knowing what the codes were and being able to use them and go through. But when I was 14, 15 years old, I didn't give a shit. I was going to play the game and if I wanted to go through in God mode for Wolfenstein, I'd go through in God mode for Wolfenstein and go through and play. I think the difference is, but it's the way I wanted to play the game. It goes back to an argument that Griff and I have had before. How do you want to play the game? And if they are giving you the option to say, we're going to have microtransactions, but you don't have to use the microtransactions in any way whatsoever. You can go through, play the game legitimately, and do what you got to do, and it's not going to affect another individual. That's up to you. And I think that's where I look at it. I look at it as like, you can go through Wolfenstein or you can go through Doom from the old days and play through the game and not use one cheat code. Or you could, but it's up to you. Now, Baka made a good point, which was the fact that it was free.
You don't have to pay for cheat codes.
Because there's going to be kids out there that are going to be like, Mommy, can I have like $20 to buy a bunch of stupid cheat codes? It's
Well,
like,
but you know
no.
what? If Mommy and Daddy turn around and go, hey, here's your $20, guess what? That's all Mommy and Daddy.
Well, then that goes back to, I guess, my elitist attitude towards things like that. Is I don't feel like games should be cheapened for gamers.
Okay, would you be okay with it? And here's a hypothetical, because I
Okay.
don't know if this is how it will work or not with Tomb Raider. How would you feel if you had to go through and beat the campaign on one of the predetermined difficulties, easy, normal, hard, whatever it was, before you had the option to unlock the purchasable things, or because you can purchase in that one specifically, you can purchase with real money or credits that you earn playing the campaign anyway. So how would you feel if they didn't let you add any modifiers until you'd already legitimately played it once?
That's fine. That's technically making them up. You have to unlock microtransaction. I'm more okay with that because it forces you to play the game, and then you're allowed to play any way that you want.
The other thing is, like, I know GTA has been doing this, like where if you add in like the cheat codes and things like that, and you go through and play. I think Saints Row does it too, where if you go through and you actually use like the invincibility, the unlocking weapons, all that stuff, that's fine. You can go through and play the game that way, but you don't unlock achievements. And
Yeah, it
I like
disables
that
trophies and
too.
achievements.
yeah,
Like, I think there should be restrictions if you're gonna just pay to cheapen your own experience. Well, it's your own experience, fine, but still, as a gamer, you shouldn't want to cheapen your experience.
Yeah, but I mean, like, after I've gone through the campaign,
Then
like,
you're free to go whatever you want. After you fully experience the game, as the developers created it for you, that's fine. You could go big head mode, you could go little enemy mode, or however you want to play the game.
all
after
the weapons.
It's been a while
Exactly.
since I played the game. How was GoldenEye handled? Do you remember? I remember they had the cheat codes to put in for big head mode and everything else that
I
was on
think
there.
you unlock them
some of
after
them,
you
yeah.
beat the game.
So you have to do like certain things. Like I think there were some of the stuff you had to beat within a certain amount of time, like certain levels, in order to unlock certain cheat modes and things like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
basically, you had to go through the game and basically beat it multiple times in order to unlock everything.
Yeah, and same thing with Time Splitters. You had to do certain things on certain levels or pick up certain things, and you unlocked specific modifiers, which is all cool because you kind of have to like do extra stuff and whatnot, and then you unlock it. But they're just taking away that do extra stuff and just give us money.
Bald pointed out that the Uncharted ones you do have to play through before you can use modifiers. I know they've got like the Donut Nate and everything else, like the other skins and whatnot that you can use and whatnot. So I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to play all the way through. It makes
But-
sense though.
Ivy
Donut
said
Nate?
my favorite one though, which is the fact she stated the Konami code for Contra, and I have a question because Baka is closer to my age than anybody else is. Have you ever known anyone to beat Contra without using the Konami code with the 3 lives you're given originally?
I
Yeah.
knew somebody that did.
Yeah, it is possible, but man, it is really fucking hard.
But I mean, how many times did you play through Contra? Like I've played that
Over
game.
and over and over and
Yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Lost count.
Yeah, I mean, and that was the thing is I've probably, now that I think about it, I've probably played Contra more than I have any other game on the planet over and over and over again. Like I could pretty much say that I've probably played that game at least 20 times.
But there's like the
maybe more.
side-scrolling like shooter games, like the where you're in the planes and whatnot, that are the exact same thing. They're really hard, and basically it's just those games where you have to keep playing over and over because you have to remember where the enemies are going to pop out and the patterns and everything else, and that's the whole challenge of the game.
Right,
Contra's
and
the same way.
Well, and I agree with that. And I think in this particular modern age, you do have games that because of a 3D element and stuff like that could either be easy or hard depending on what type of player you are. And I think that the transactions and stuff that they're setting up, if they're setting them up for a cosmetic reason, not that big of a deal to me. I don't give a
Yeah, I
shit.
don't have a problem
If you
with
if you want,
cosmetics.
if you want, Laura to be wearing a pajama suit instead of wearing a fucking thing,
Better be footy pajamas.
right? Then that's on you. I mean, to me, that would take me out of the game, but that's on you. If that's what you really want to do. And so, I don't know. It's just I feel like there's some aspects of the game that are of games that it's fine with microtransactions. I'm not a fan of pay to win when it comes to that. I mean, I know I play GAO, and GAO is basically a fucking pay to win game, but there's some strategic elements and stuff to the game that I really like, and some social elements to the game that I really like. But and when it comes to the in this particular case, the subject matter, I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. With Tomb Raider, I'm not really worried about it because it's not affecting anybody but my game. So if I want to do it, I will. If I don't, then I won't. It's like if I want to buy DLC, because your game's not complete unless you buy the DLC. If I want to buy it, I'll buy it. If I don't, I don't. That's kind of the way I look at it. I mean, if like in Chicken's talking about him being elitist, that he feels it shouldn't be there, don't buy it. It doesn't affect you. Your game is going to be the same whether or not the transactions are there.
But I mean, he's entitled to his opinion on that, and that's how he feels about it. So it's not like he's wrong or you're wrong or anybody else is wrong, unless you're okay with pay to win, and then you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. that would be the one thing that you're wrong about. Don't pay to win, guys. Don't endorse that stuff. Don't. There's enough of that around.
Well, something that's free right now, if you would like, and I highly suggest it because it's awesome, the first episode of Tales from the Borderlands is free on PS4 and Xbox One.
You know what we
I
call
think
those?
it's on PS3.
Demos.
Yeah,
Demos.
but that's fine. I mean, the rest of the game totally worth the $20 you're gonna spend on it because you're gonna spend it after you play the first one. That's all there is to it.
So it's just $20 for the rest of the game?
Yeah, it's $20 for the entire set.
That's not
So
bad. Telltale games aren't really expensive, so
yeah, they were on sale on
It's
Steam
$5
this week.
per.
Yeah, like for the whole Telltale collection on Steam this weekend, it was $45. All of
The
them.
whole
That's
collection?
That's,
That's
yeah,
all?
that's Game of Thrones, the Tales from the Borderlands stuff, both
Walking
seasons
Dead.
of Walking Dead, pretty much anything that they've made that's on Steam. $45 for the
That's
whole
awesome.
collection.
Wolf Among Us, which I highly recommend.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes,
So
I'll be
good.
doing a Let's Play of Wolf Among Us eventually. It is on my list of priorities because oh my God, it's fantastic.
Oh, I love
And
it.
the final episode of Tales from the Borderland next week, I think. It's the 20th. Is it next week or week after next?
Week
after next. Yep. It's the 20th. I'm super excited. Yay. Well, I'm super excited.
I'm
and trepidatious.
super. Thanks for asking.
We didn't
I just am
ask.
afraid they're gonna kill another character that I really love. Please
No.
don't.
If they don't, I'm gonna go to both of their headquarters and burn them down. Because Telltale couldn't do it without Gearbox saying it's okay. And if Gearbox says it's okay to kill our main characters, we're gonna have problems. Okay.
Yeah, it was really sad after the last one, so I'm hoping that like this episode will not make me cry when I stream it because that was awkward and embarrassing a little bit. But you know, whatever.
It's okay. Your
What
face
deal?
got frozen in a funny way.
Shut up.
Everybody forgot.
I don't
about
even know what
the-
it looks like yet. So
Oh,
Oh, you'll get to see later.
No Pants, I believe you're correct. He made the statement that Walking Dead, the season 1, he believes is free on
Yes.
Xbox One right now for the month.
Yes.
So, which will I think is it the whole month or is it half the month? How do
It's
they do
half
that?
the
I
month.
think it's the second half of the month.
Yeah, they do.
And I
half
think
half.
one of them was available on 360. I don't know if it was season 2 or season 1 that
Season
was
one.
available on 360. For games with gold as well.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Isn't it? I'm
Yep.
super excited about that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Super.
Excited and nervous and whatnot. Speaking of game release dates, Divinity got its release date for console, which is the 27th of October.
Oh yeah.
Same day as Darksiders, the definitive version.
Did they just release that?
Is it a
release date?
hard release or is it digital only?
I think
What,
it's
Divinity?
probably digital. If I had to guess.
No, to be honest, I saw
I mean,
the
not that I'm
release
worried
date.
about it. I have a brand new hard drive external, but at the same time, I like hard copies.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Totally recommend getting a friend to play that game with you. If anybody plays Divinity, it's so much better with a friend. Enhanced Edition is going to be incredible for the record.
Especially if you have a friend that likes to blow things up.
Don't ever let this guy play with you.
Specifically, digging in a graveyard.
Yeah, especially one that gives you explicit warnings. Are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure?
Are you really sure you want to dig up
Yes.
the graveyard behind the healer's house? Yeah, sure, why not? Boom!
We're
Why not?
We're just sitting there like, well, we could have seen that happening in the poor sheep, man. But that's why I
Charge.
save all the fucking time. I've
It was
learned.
a sheep. It was a cow too.
Was it a cow?
So
Poor
yeah, it
thing.
was. So we had pork chops and hamburgers.
That poor.
I
those poor
guess
farm animals.
it's gonna have physical copies because you can purchase it from Amazon and it ships from Amazon.com. That's what it says. So I don't know if that means that it's a digital code or not. It weighs 4 ounces, so I'm gonna guess that it comes in a box.
4 ounces.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would rather have the hard copy. I know you're gonna install it on your hard drive and whatnot, but still, hard
It's
copies.
nice to have the hard copy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like it. It's just I do. I guess it's like, oh, I'll put it in the disc and play the game. I
I
feel like
wish I
it's
could do
part of
that
the
still.
playing the game.
But I can't. I don't put discs in the play. Well, I guess I do.
You still have to put the disc in. You just had to install it from the disc. Which, by the way, with Rogue, I as soon as I put it in my 360, because it's 360 game, we don't install those on the hard drive, right? Okay, I put it in, and it has to install a gig of data before I can play. It's like, what? Why are you installing anything? This is not an Xbox One. This is a 360. Get off my face.
Yeah, no. Some of the 360 games started doing it. Like Grand Theft Auto on the 360, you have to have like 8 gigs to do a partial install for the game.
I don't
and
remember
other
having
games
to
they're doing
install
that.
it when I
Well,
did.
I know that they.
There's
I know
a
that they
separate
changed
disc
it
for it.
where you would. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's weird. Why do you have to do that? I don't know. I guess because they were gearing up, like it's in that transitional period before they got to the one and the PS4. So they were like, yeah, let's go ahead and start packaging all of our stuff like this. I was irritated though. Oh,
You irritated? Lies.
right.
Never happens.
Griff always
Ever.
gets mad.
Never seen her happen. No, no.
No, this
not
giggly
like I
face
broke
is
anything.
just a show.
So are you getting definitive edition of Darksiders 2?
I want to. It will probably not be like, I don't know. I didn't see what the retail was. I'm hoping it's like $40,
It's probably
but
gonna be like 40.
I feel like it would still make me mad about the whole backwards compatibility, or the fact that they didn't do Darksiders 1 and the fact that they are doing Darksiders 2 definitive edition.
yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna do it with the Xbox One's backwards compatibility stuff.
Yeah, maybe they'll give
Wait,
it to us for
what
free.
company is releasing this?
Whoever
it's-
bought Darksiders. I
Whoever
think
bought THQ, wasn't it?
yeah,
well, they
it's
sold all
Darkseid.
of their titles.
They sold
Oh,
them
they
all
sold them.
individually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check and see if I can see who
I
is-
think they were talking about how they had an
Yeah.
ambitious idea for the next Darksiders game if they could make one. Which
Yeah, I know that.
No,
at
they've already
some point
announced
in
3 and
development,
4, didn't they?
What? No, I don't think so.
They were talking
Yeah.
about doing the other 2 Horsemen at some point.
Yeah, they had definitely said they wanted to, but then THQ went under, and since they were being published by THQ, I mean, the games
new
were.
company has. The new, because we announced it, we talked about it on the show probably a year ago, but we talked
I
about
think
it.
I think somebody said they wanted to, is what it was. It was one of those things, just like Bulletstorm, where they're like, we'd like to do this. Except for with Bulletstorm, the property is actually owned by People Can Fly, and People Can Fly did start a new studio altogether, so they're on track to be able to do that. Whereas I don't know if
There is no
I guess-
Darksiders 3 right now. What they were working on was the Darksiders 2 definitive edition or definitive edition.
definitive.
Definitive edition. I feel like I'm slurring when I say definitive. But they said don't lose hope. They've got other projects in hand.
Nordic owns it. That's what it is.
Nordic was the one, that it was originally published by, or this one's published by, which is the people that worked on it originally. So
Yeah, so I hope that we see another Darksiders because I was thoroughly impressed. I'm a big hack and slash fan.
I loved it,
It
and I
was a
do want to
fantastic
get this
game.
one. I don't know if I'll be, able to as soon as it comes out. I'm still holding out hope that next month, because they had talked about possibly next month having a definitive edition of BioShock Infinite, BioShock 2, and the original BioShock. I think all 3 games. I want.
Still
I
waiting for
want
my
so
Gears of
much.
War games.
All right, according to this article, it says looking further ahead, Nordic Games also said it is considering a port of the 2010 original Darksiders for new consoles and is also thinking about Darksiders 3.
What year when was that published?
This was published in June of this year.
Nice.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, if they're still talking about it, fuck yeah, I'd love to see the other 2, especially since one of them is supposed to be a lady. I think Strife is a lady.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, the war, death, strife,
Strife and famine.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I would love to play Strife's
I
game.
know that they change out, I guess, strife for pestilence every so often.
yeah, evidently
Yeah.
Nordic published the game originally, but they also bought the franchise from THQ when they went under.
Nice, good job.
Hell yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they grabbed their game. I guess.
Maybe Konami should have bought it, then they wouldn't.
No, then
No.
we'd never see
No,
a
no.
Darksiders 3. God.
Oh my god, don't talk to me about.
No. We would see it. It'd just be like a mobile game or something.
Well, they're
Oh
not
my
doing
God.
any AAA titles. They're just doing the fucking casino games now and PES or whatever. That's the one that they do, right? PES.
PES
Yeah.
is theirs.
I
Yeah.
wonder if they're going to sell their Fox engine then.
Pro Evolution Soccer.
The guy that made the Fox engine quit.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm sure Konami
I think when they're
owns the
hurting for
rights.
money, maybe either that or they'll just hang on to it like they're gonna hang on to everything else Silent Hill and never sell it because they hate people. Konami hates people. I'm pretty convinced.
Well, they
That's
really
my-
need to. I don't know. I think at least selling the Fox engine to somebody would be a really fucking good idea. But who do you think could make the best use out of an engine like that?
A lot of people could make really great use out of an engine like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
but who could
it's
get
a
the best out of it? Maybe something like Bethesda would get good use. Oh, I don't know. Their engines are pretty
yeah,
good.
I was gonna say Bethesda has a really nice engine on their own. I don't think they need
Yeah.
anything auxiliary.
It'd have to be probably a publisher that's wanting to get it more into the production side.
I guess
Yeah,
that's true.
probably. I would
Yeah.
say it would be picked up by somebody else, like somebody like that. That's
Well, I
kind
mean,
of
even
outside.
it could even be one of the big dogs, somebody like Ubisoft or EA or somebody like that could do it for another one of their divisions. because
I could see EA trying to purchase it.
yeah, trying because or even Microsoft, but you want to have it to where you have some use for it. You know, it's kind of like when Microsoft bought Rare. We're kind of like, well, what are you doing? You know, what are you going to do with this?
what you doing with that?
Yeah, and now we have a clue, an inkling of what it is that they're going to do with them, other than just sports games for the Kinect. So,
oh boy,
the Kinect, which they are now not talking about.
yep. But yeah, I think that somebody will end up using it, and it's it's a good engine.
If
so.
they sell it, yeah. I've seen the comparison across all the consoles, and it looks pretty damn fine across everything. So, I mean, it's a really good engine. The guy who created it was really good.
But I really think Konami's going to sit on it. I think they're going to sit on every one of their bigger properties just because they don't want anybody else to profit off of it.
Well, and they could sell off their assets later. Like, it could be one of those deals to where they see the writing on the wall type thing. We're going to give one more go at PES and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then we're going to sell off our big stuff and just call it a day. You know? And that's a possibility. But the thing that frustrates me is the fact that you've got some of the largest franchises that are out there you're just sitting on, and you're not going to do anything with.
Silent Hill.
Right?
Or in my opinion, at least they should fucking loan it to fucking people. Like, loan it to a damn developer and let them create a game.
I mean, if you did something like that, well, you would lease it to them, essentially, because you're still going to profit. But it does mean that another developer gets to try their hand at it. It'll cost them money, not necessarily you, and you still get to stick your name on it and maybe make some money.
Exactly. That's what I feel like they should do. It's like, fine, you can't make games, you're in the shithole, lease your shit out so that you can at least let people try their hand at it, and you have a chance of making money back.
That's why Atari still exists. Like, I mean, think about it. Sega and Atari are two names that they don't do anything anymore other than lease their shit out. You know? And it's just kind of like, okay. But, but they're names that people know.
Exactly. I mean, you can't ever fucking say Atari and have somebody be like, I don't know who they are. Well, I guess the new generation would be like, who's that? And I'm going to be like, I'm going to slap you so far away.
I'm gonna slap you. Chickens threatened to burn things down and slap people in this episode.
Apparently
I would like to say, you all think that I'm the violent one. Well, guess what? It's not just me.
Or maybe you're just wearing off on him.
No.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yep.
Screw you guys.
Yep.
Screw you guys. Choose the comment. By the way, Baka's blue eye is killing me, by the way. It's driving me nuts.
What's it say about our power level, Baka?
Well, I already said Grip is 5'12", but the good news is she can still beat Krillin.
Oh!
So.
Fuck that little bald dude. No offense.
And then I haven't looked at like either one of you two, so.
Maybe they don't. Well, No Pants said maybe they don't want to ruin the game's name, like cough cough Duke Nukem. But sometimes you've got to take a chance. And to be fair, at this point, with so many Silent Hill games and so many ups and downs, I don't think you could ruin it. It'll just get tossed into the side of the not good Silent Hill games.
For as long as
the other thing,
around, there's not that many of them.
Let's see how many Silent Hill games.
I mean, there's some on handheld.
8?
That. Yeah, I think there's like.
The thing with Duke Nukem though was what kind of happened is like it went through so many different developers' hands through that whole time it was being developed, and every time a new developer got a hold of it, they scrapped everything the old one did and started new.
I kind of felt like it ended up being kind of like a game of telephone, where it's like, this is the idea we started with, but it passed through so many hands that it changed every time it changed hands, and what we got in the end was kind of like not even a full glimpse of what the original idea for it was.
I have not played this game, and I'll tell you why I have not played it is because
Duke Nukem Forever?
Yep. And the reason why I never played the game was because you played it, Griff, and you went, I will never touch that again.
It was awful.
And you're like, and I was like, really? And I was like, it's supposed to be campy and bad and stuff like that. No, she's just like, no.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Yeah,
at all.
this was not campy and bad. Like, I think the only time that I laughed at any point in that game was when they open up the the back into the truck or whatever, and then Master Chief's armor is back there. He's like, "We got you some power armor," and he's like, "Power armor is for pussies." I was just like, really?
Yeah, I think. Let's see. I thought that was kind of amusing, and I think most of the other times where they tried to be really funny, it fell really flat because it was forced. It was almost like, "Let me slap you in this face with this fish joke." It's funny. You get it? You get it? Are you gonna laugh yet? You get it? And it's like, no.
Yeah,
Well,
get
see, what
it.
made
You're
the
Pick up
trying too
poop and he
hard.
finds it gross.
Yeah, it's like,
what made the old one funny was the fact that you were going through and playing. Okay, look, it was a completely. I mean, it was a game built for guys. Like it was a game built. You were going to you were going to go into a strip club. You were going to throw money at a stripper because it was funny. Because no, at that time, majority of the guys that were most of the people gaming were guys. Now you've got more than 50 or right at 50% of the population of gamers that are female.
yeah, or like 42, 48%, something like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and so through
Well-
and you could do both, right? You can do both where it's like you can go through and kind of make it that campy feel or whatever, but then have a chick come back with a smart ass remark and just tear him apart, right? And just start that new generation feel to it and go from there. But at the same time, it's like if you don't have what made the game is when you would go through and it was just like he had these one-liners that you were like, wow, that is so bad, but it's so funny at the same time.
It was pretty much making fun of like old 80s action movies, and that
Right.
was the whole like humor and the cheesiness to it. Is like it,
Yeah.
you're going through and playing one of those old cheesy 80s action movies where the hero is just like big muscle bound idiot and throwing out cheesy one-liners,
Yeah.
and that was kind of that's what I remember most about the game. That and maybe the boobies, but
Yeah.
Boobies.
Yeah, how many times you go to the strip club, right, and toss the money? I mean, you're going,
Uh,
oh, wait,
Buck is all
wait.
red. He's like, I've done it a few times.
well, there's also if you go into one back room, there's like an X-rated, like the X-rated booths
Yeah.
that you'd go to the back side of this. It was like in the back side of a magazine shop, and you'd have to fight your way to the back side of the magazine shop. When you'd go in, there were these booths. And they would have guys in them, which was fantastic because the people that you're fighting against are aliens in a way, and so you're trying to kill these guys, and they're in this booth going, "Really? That's a human?" But all right, sure, whatever floats your boat, buddy. It's okay.
Wow.
You kill them, and that was the part of it. Everything was just completely over the top and crazy, and that was the point of the game. And then
They just-
based
they
on
tried too
everybody.
hard.
Do I know?
They just tried too hard to be that over the top crazy with the forever one. It's like you're not. No, it's not working. If you have to try that hard for it, it's not working.
It should be the same feel, and it just makes you wonder if it's a generational thing. Like if the people building the game they might have played the original, but they didn't grow up in that generation, so the feeling is different about it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of because and it's the same thing. Like with Halo, would Halo be the same feeling wise? Which I know that y'all aren't big fans of the newer Halos, but would they have a similar feeling in the way that they're made and everything else if you didn't have somebody like Frank O'Connell or somebody or Connor that is actually part of the team? And I think Joseph is at least part of Microsoft now. So would it feel the same?
It
And
doesn't feel the same as is. So
see, it does to me, and it's
not to
just-
me.
And see, but I'm just wondering if that's a plot line thing for you, or if that's the actual feeling of the game itself. The only thing that feels different to me is the way you reload. I can't stand the R1 reload thing. But
Speaking of the plot for that game, to jump subject, I can't tell, and maybe it's because we just haven't seen enough about Halo 5, but I feel like watching everything that I've seen for Halo 5, it makes it seem like Halo 4 didn't even happen. I mean, I see nothing about
Well, you
what
know that
happened in
Master
Halo
Chief
4.
is running around doing something related to.
He's doing a side mission.
Yeah, he's
for-
doing like a side quest, and now all of a sudden you're introducing Locke because you want to bring in the new characters to carry. Because what they're doing is they're world building for the new characters to carry on the franchise after Chief is done with.
Because they
I
are
mean,
going to kill
yeah, they're
Chief.
gonna get rid of Master Chief
We're
at the end of
calling it
6.
now.
That's probably gonna be the it for him. But they want you to go ahead and get in 5 and 6, start getting used to the new characters that they want to bring in, which some of them are older characters, like we're getting Bach back from ODST and things like that, but they want you to love them, so the story is going to be about them and not as much about... I mean, like, we left Halo 4 with Master Chief chasing the Didact. They haven't said anything about him in any of the Didact in any of the new stuff. It's all about Locke chasing Chief.
And it makes me wonder if the fucking commanders and all of them don't believe Chief. It's like, hey, I just fought this huge fucking creature. They're gonna destroy the universe. Oh, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
You
It's
don't
like, what
believe
the
the
fuck? I've
chief?
dealt with the flood and the covenant and everything in between, and you can't take my word for it.
Well, but you also, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if you got to remember the chief disappeared for however many years it was, or however many period of time it was in his cryo sleep.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't
Um,
his fault. He was just trying to
well,
escape.
well, I know, but he disappeared for that period of time. So how many? I mean, how do we know exactly how long he was gone?
I think we got a timetable at the start of 4. I think it gave us like this many years later. But I don't remember what it was because 4 didn't make the greatest impression on me.
Yeah, and see, and I like that whole plot line part of it because those, like that whole series of books I've read through all about. I'm halfway through the 3rd book.
Okay, it is 4 years, 7 months, and 10 days that
Yeah,
he
so
is
it's not
in
even that
cryo
long.
sleep. Yeah,
So they all thought he was dead, but I mean, but you're talking about you're talking about life after a war, a major war that the Earth had to go through, and now
who
you're dealing
saved
with
them though?
right.
Yeah,
But
And
you're
then they
discrediting
just
something.
discredit him.
Yeah,
Like
you're
that.
discrediting your biggest war hero because he was
Yeah, but-
away for 4 years in which you thought he was dead, which is what you thought at the beginning anyway, because we all thought Master Chief was dead before. It's not the first time we've thought he was dead.
Yeah, they should have brought him back with open arms, like our hero, the guy
Yeah, they
who
should have
saved
been like,
Earth.
oh my god, look, he's not dead after all. Thank fucking God, Chief. We have fucking missed you, man.
But
Get in
they
here and have some
treated him-
chocolate.
But they treated him like it's like, oh God, he's back. He
Yeah.
doesn't listen to people. He's reckless, and it's like, motherfucker, somebody has to be reckless. He's the one that's willing to jump into a whole Covenant fleet. Man,
Yeah,
that
Mr.
motherfucker
One-Man Army there.
spawned in the fucking what was it? The main room
Covenant
with the
meeting,
two
yeah.
uh
The
whatever
prophets?
the two prophets and all of his guards. He's like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, and he just shows up. He's like, I'm not afraid. I don't give a fuck. We need to get this stuff done, and I'm gonna do it. And I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I'm sure that that's the mindset they're running him with in this one is there's something that needs to be done, and I'm gonna do it. But everybody else is like, he's a bad guy. We need to apprehend him and stop him from this crazy nonsense that he's doing because we didn't bother to ask him why he is doing it, even though he's been reliable before and totally an ally. He's now a bad guy. Go get him.
My thought process is we haven't played the game, so we can't answer the questions.
That is true. But as soon as the game comes
No,
out,
you're
I'm gonna
basing it
read
off of
spoilers.
trailers, which I'm sorry, all the trailers that I've seen from previous Halo games told me shit about the game.
I saw some of the enemies. I have not seen any enemies except for
Well, that's
Locke
every bit
and
of
Master
promotion that they've
Chief.
talked about with it. They only focus on the fight between
The
Locke and Master Chief.
Like,
That's
Right.
how
nothing
every bit of the
else.
promotion has been. So you have no idea why you should even care about what's going on in the background.
Well, and that's the thing is and that's all right. Here's your question: would you prefer it to be like a movie trailer, to where they give you pretty much most of the fucking plot to go see the game, to go see the movie, or would you prefer to leave them suspenseful to the point to where you go, hey, what the hell's going on? I need to see this and
I
figure
like
it
the
out.
suspense, but here's the thing. You had Halo 4. I need some tie-in in the trailer to show me how this is a sequel to Halo 4.
Hell, the
I mean,
Didac attacking Earth or the
To be
Didac
fair, I
appearing
was super
somewhere.
pumped after we finished 3 and we heard that there was going to be a 4. I mean, there was not even any trepidation or hesitation. We bought that game day one, waited in line for it, everything, super pumped about it. Not the same feeling about this at all, because I feel like 4 kind of dropped the ball a little, and 5 doesn't seem like it's going to pick it back up and make it much better. But you're right, we haven't played it yet, we haven't seen the reviews, we haven't heard about gameplay yet. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't look promising.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they hurt my hero too much in Halo 4. Like, he was the hero of the universe, and he constantly fought for humanity. And in this one, they crash land on his planet because his beacon goes live, which is fine. All right, cool, no spoilers. And then at the end, it's kind of like, oh, it's Master Chief, but it's Master Chief, man.
Yeah.
You gotta give him a little bit more holy
Well, and I
shit,
feel
you're
like they're
alive.
going to try to humanize him and then demonize him because he was like, here's our hero, here's everybody else in the series because they're just people. Well, they try to take his armor off at the end of 4 and show us Master Chief is just a man too. He can be just as fallible as the rest of us. He's not some great hero. He is a great hero. Stop fucking trying to destroy him. Sometimes some people are just good guys. I mean, that's just it. He's just the hero. That's just how it is.
I do like the captain of the USS Infinity.
Yeah, the dude that you got to see in.
Yeah, I really liked him
Until
because
Dawn.
he looked up to Master Chief and he saw what Master Chief really was, the hero that humanity needed, always willing to do everything necessary. Because, you know, we watch a lot of Walking Dead. Sometimes you have to do those necessary things, and they're hard to do, but he's always willing to be the one to do it for everybody.
Speaking of, Walking Dead starts again tonight. Yay!
Yay!
I'm super excited.
I'm not excited. We're good.
What? He's not excited? Everyone boo him.
That's because he hasn't finished watching
Boo.
last season.
Boo, not him.
He doesn't know what's
him
going
over
on.
there. I was telling
Yeah, I
everyone
just
boo.
I'm a little more than halfway through last season.
Okay.
Lame.
It's
That's
okay.
fine.
You're about to catch up.
Fail.
Fail.
You're about to catch up. Not likely.
They just had all of their.
Yeah, they've been doing that whole Walking Dead thing all week long. That week keeps getting longer and longer every time we get a new.
I know. Eventually, we'll be starting to.
It's like they'll go okay we're gonna be doing the Walking 6 months, and because I mean that's all it is. They're just gonna play this stuff all over. It's a 6-month marathon of Walking Dead. And we're good to go.
The gear up for Walking Dead season 15 bajillion starts in like July.
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the season ends, then the season restarts. It goes all the way through. Then the new season.
Like a full your channel will be nothing. AMC will be nothing but Walking Dead.
Walking Dead 365. That's what everybody wanted, right? Right.
Right.
Totally.
But then they still have to shoe in the awkward Fear the Walking Dead, and you're like, we could take a week off for that. We don't have to
Like
watch
you
that
see
one.
their viewers just like steady, and then Fear the Walking Dead it drops. Walking Dead back. Fear the Walking Dead. It's like, aw.
What's funny is like my wife comes in and I'm watching because I'm sitting on the bed just sitting there watching last season, and she walks in the room and she sits down and just starts watching. She doesn't watch Walking Dead for anything. She thinks it's weird that I like this zombie show and everything else, and so she's sitting there watching it and she's like, "So what's going on right here?" And I was like, "Oh well, that person had somebody that died that they knew, blah blah blah," and they're like, "Oh," she's like, "Okay." And then there's another person, and she goes, well, "What's wrong with that person?" I said, "Well, they knew the same person that died, and so they're having the same problem." She goes, "They're dying a lot in this show, huh?" And I was like, "It's
Yeah.
a zombie show."
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a
people
zombie
die.
drama, man. Everybody died. It's so unfortunate.
I was like, I would hate to be the cast in any way whatsoever. I know I'm dying. That's just gonna
Well,
happen.
the thing is they don't know until like 2 weeks before their character's killed off. So it's like, oh wait, here's the script that says I'm dead. Fuck.
Yeah, they like get a script 2 weeks in advance, and then they're looking through it. Like, I'm almost positive that every one of those actors, they get the script, they're like,
Yeah, they're like,
oh
who died? this week?
shit.
Is it me? Is it me?
Oh yeah, or it's one of those things where it's like you haven't read the script yet. You're like eating lunch, and the script was put on your desk type deal. You're sitting there, and about that time, one of the other cast members comes by and hugs you.
And you're like, oh no, what happened?
Think of the pranks, right? That you
Oh
can
my god.
just come
It
back
was
and go,
nice
"Man,
knowing you're Rick.
I'm-
What?
I'm so sorry."
Andy
What?
Lincoln grabs the script and starts tearing through it, and then he's like, "You dick." Rick doesn't die.
Glorious. Glorious.
I don't know what producer you're pissed off, but it was nice knowing you, brother, and I appreciate that.
Apparently
Damn
it's
it,
gonna
Carl!
be
You should have stayed in the house.
Damn it, Carl. Get in the house.
Carl.
Carl's the one that actually goes and hugs everybody, and he's like, "Sorry guys, I'm the sole survivor this week. Sucks to be you
I'm
all."
the sole survivor. Oh god.
Show's being renamed Walking Carl.
Walking Carl.
Walking Coral.
Carl.
Coral. Stay in the house, Coral.
Carl.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, sorry. We went on our Walking Dead nerd binge.
That's
My
all right.
bad.
It's a nerd show. There you go. There you go.
It's a nerdy show.
Exactly.
It is.
I mean, we already talked about Walking Dead earlier for the Telltale stuff, so
Exactly.
That's true.
Just ties into it.
yeah, it's just
Which
yeah.
is amazing. Walking Dead season 1 and 2. Oh my god, if you haven't played the Telltale games, do it.
Oh my god, I actually cried. I will not play that on stream, but I cried in that game, Walking Dead Season 1.
Red played it on stream and cried. He played season 2 and cried at the end of it. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember it or not, but
Yeah.
he did.
Yes.
Poor guy.
I mean, that game puts you, like, you watch the show and you're all tensed up and whatnot because you don't know what's going to happen. You play the game and you're all tensed up and you have to make the fucking decision. You're like, oh my fucking god, why did I do this? Why
It's so
am I
good that we
playing-
named one of our kittens after one of the characters. I mean, that's how good it is.
I know. Oh my god.
I still need to finish it. I didn't even finish the first season.
It's so
You
good.
should. Yep. Season 1 ends with a nice sad shocker, and then season 2 is just this crazy roller coaster.
Yeah, no
So,
shit. Oh, it
I'm
never
sure when they
fucking
get to
stops.
season 3, it's going to be equally as intense.
If they
Roller
get to season
coaster
3. 'Cause that'll
of
be-
dead. Sorry.
Roller coaster of dead. Get out.
Shit.
All right. Well, anything else that you want to mention? Anybody?
Not that I can think of.
Episode 14 of Saints Row is up on YouTube right now. Episode 15 is loading in as we speak. I recorded
Hopefully
like
not
7
as we
hours
speak.
yesterday. Yeah, well, it's processing, I guess.
Okay, I was gonna say you
It's
better
not
not be
ready yet.
uploading while we're.
I uploaded it before we started the show.
Okay.
Totally is. Totally is.
So that'll be up later tonight. I'll try to have this over to YouTube later tonight. And then this week, like, I've got boo-koodles of episodes coming up. So probably at least one a day for the next few days as far as Saints Row goes. Because we're damn well going to finish this game.
Woo!
My clothes
Finish it
popped off like 3 times. It happens like every 2 hours. Just boss loses his clothes. It's like, I've never had this happen before. This is getting weird.
Put him in a haystack.
It's because you're recording it. And it's like, look, we have naked boss.
Naked boss.
It's gotta be it. It's like just randomly whilst I'm shooting. Clothes are gone again.
Haystack
you think I'd
pops
be used
in.
to it by now. Yeah, the haystack shows up and like hugs
Overly
him.
attached haystack.
Let me hug you. Let me be your clothes. Let me live with you. No, you stay over there, haystack.
You
Nobody
sleep
needs
on me.
Damn you, haystack. Damn you.
Haystacks, but I'm so useful.
No.
Oh, make
Yeah,
sure you
but
check
it's-
out tonight too, because I will be streaming Mad Max.
More grinding.
More grinding. Grind with me, folks.
Grind
Any way
with
you want
me.
to take that, I'm good with, probably.
Except for raid parting style. No, we're not doing that.
Oak's got to get his glow sticks.
Creeper
Like
haystack.
paint his head all like glow in the dark. Do the glow stick things.
Oh,
He could
Lord.
put like a glow in the dark like eyeball on his head.
Ugh.
right here.
He could be Tien for Halloween.
Oh,
Who?
for Dragon
Tien,
Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yo, no.
He's a bald dude with a third eye.
Just paint the third eye on, or get a googly eye and stick it on your forehead.
I think we have googly eyes here, actually.
I'm not even like I don't care about the character anymore. I just want to see Oak stick a bunch of googly eyes to his head.
I just put it all over my head.
There you
Yes.
go. Shake your head every so often.
Be like, I'm a potato.
I'm a potato.
Uh,
Oh
I
my
think the
god.
rum got to me. I'm good now. We're
All
good.
All right. Well, we're at
We
an
do
hour
appreciate-
16.
we do appreciate everybody hanging out with us each and every week for Infinite Respawn. You can follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Infinite Respawn PC. You can check us out. We do stream every single day, most of the time, pretty much all the time type thing. It's usually chicken. I'm every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. He's whenever he's not working. That's the
pretty
best way.
much.
Yeah, pretty much the best way to say that. You can check us out on YouTube. As Griff was just talking about her Saints Row stuff that she's currently got going on, you need to go on there and watch it and watch clothes pop off. And unfortunately, there's no haystack to cover him up, so he's and go and do his thing. Make his way around and all there. Again, Infinite Respawn on that one. And Steam. We do have a Steam group as well, which is Infinite Respawn PC or IR Gaming. You check us out on Twitter at Infinite Res PC. Check me out personally at MDB Oak Tree. You can check out Griff.
At Griff's Lineham.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
And Baka Pickle.
And Chickens was kind of soft. This is
Sorry. At Elite Chicken 313. Just so I'm sorry.
He's just leaning away. It's like, stop that. Stop that.
leaner.
Lean.
You're a leaner.
Sorry, we were done, so I didn't have to sit up all proper and whatnot.
You get your
And-
ass up. We ain't done yet.
And I was laughing at No Pants over there. It was, it was a bit
It is inappropriate to laugh at that.
Yeah, the oak grinding with no pants.
he has no pants, and then we laugh at him.
We should be done here, all right? This is only going to get worse.
All right.
Oh, Lord have mercy. It gets worse and worse every week. All right. But make sure that you also, the most important one of all them all, go to infinitereспc.com. Go on there, join the forums, hang out with us, those of us that are in there and talking about games and news. And if you're looking for somebody to play with, there's a whole section just dedicated to that as well.
Looking for group, do it.
Yep, go in there, check it out. And then also Griff pops reviews up every once in a while and says things, and there's news and stuff and things and more things and stuff.
Yeah, I'll
So
try to get one up for when I finished with Rogue, if I can ever get out of the haystack.
locked in a
The
haystack.
haystack will never let you go.
Never.
R. Kelly's gonna make a whole feature length
So
soap
how
opera
hard
about
is
me.
it? How hard is it to find Griff in a haystack?
Depends
you
on
know.
if it's the
Not
overly
very, just
attached
here for the
haystack.
yelling.
I'm stuck in here. Somebody
Actually,
let me
whistling.
out.
All you can do is whistle.
But you can only hear in like a small little area.
Yeah, you'll have to be close to find me. There's only 3 whistles though, so figured that out because that's all I could do for 10 minutes.
There's no way she's in that haystack over there. I don't hear anything. Nah, I'm not gonna check it. I'll just go over this way.
God damn it! Somebody get me!
We can't hear you. We're not close enough.
All right. Sorry.
Prohibited respawn. I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
Oh, I'm chicken.
And I'm Baka.
See ya.
Yeah.
Later.
I was so expecting Griff just to whistle her name.
I didn't want to whistle on the mic.
Oh.
Goodbye, guys. Peace. Make sure you wave bye.